Namaste, hello, annyeonghaseyo everyone. This is Shweta. I have really got a lot of appreciation and feedbacks on the first video that we've uploaded, and this is the most sought after video. That's the quarantine video, or a self quarantine video in Korea that I'm trying to make. So let's get started with this. I've divided this into three categories of family, single, family, and then government facility. So singles are the students for the students like me or the working professional who are coming here for the first time and they don't have uh, they are not much aware about Korea or the process here in Korea. So the best suitable option that we have is Airbnbs because Airbnb comes with a lot of options, primarily two types of options. They are one like PGs that we have in India. So people who have 2 to 3 BHKs, they rent out one or two bedrooms for the folks like us. But that's the challenging part to get because for quarantine it's not really they don't really agree for it. So we just left with the one option that we have of officetel or goshitel that they call here in Korea. The officetel or goshitel are basically an ensuite room which has your own washroom, bedroom, small kitchen, basic utilities that you can use during this quarantine period, and that's that. So regardless of who you are, like family, single, or a couple of friends who are coming together, you can book Airbnbs. So let's start with the singles. Like I said, we had an opportunity for with university as well, because university gave us a quarantine option, but it was on a very costlier side, somewhere around 75,000 for 14 days. It's in Indian rupees. 75,000 Indian rupees, including meals and your bedding. So that was very costly, hence I opted for the Airbnb option. Now seeking an Airbnb, like I said, it's a challenge because people like family, they don't want you to get quarantined, and government also has many restrictions, so they would not prefer to for you to stay at their place during quarantine. So look for an option where in the places like this, like I'm staying here in an office style. These are kind of a small hotels. You don't have a lot of space here, but you can have pretty much everything that you want, and basically you don't have to step outside your room too often. The second option for singles, like I have been a part of the exchange student group as well, so a lot of international students have found an accommodation in places called as Stay For You, Rooms For You in Korea, and so on. So these are they do have their own bedrooms, but they use shared washroom. So according to Korean government guidelines for quarantine, you should have your own bedroom, you should have your own washroom, but in certain places they do use shared washroom. So it depends upon what kind of places you're looking for and whether the person who's ready to quarantine you agrees to that for you. So that's it. These places that my friends are staying in, or exchange friends are saying, that there are 4 5 people, they don't necessarily are staying in a with a family. So it's again kind of a hostel situation, but they have their own bedrooms and shared washrooms. So they don't step out very often. That's the whole point of having yourself quarantined. And primarily that is the reason, a lot of facilities here would be very costly. So for me, if I would say my officetel or the Airbnb that I have booked is somewhere around 45,000 per month. Now Per month, I mean, it was not necessarily an option that to book for a month, but I found it really challenging when I was trying to book for 14 days or so. So I decided, because I haven't got my hostel assigned to me, so I thought maybe let's book it for a month, we'll chill and then we'll find a place for myself. So I booked it for a month, and then when I tried to book it for a month, a lot of people started agreeing for me. And again, these, I was not trying to find a place with a family, okay, I was trying to find the entire place for myself, and that's the reason these people started agreeing also, along with having this criteria of a month, booking for a month. So the, I don't know why, but I find that they would also feel that why you are using them just for quarantining. So if you book for 20-30 days, it would, again, there is another aspect. If you book for 30 days, you also get weekend discounts on Airbnb, so that might reduce your price considering the overall cost effectiveness that you're looking for. So in a and again, where I'm staying, it's different price, and if you're looking for, it depends upon place to place. So you will have various kind of ranges when it comes. It starts even from 25,000 and goes up to 1 lakh or something in Indian rupees. So for a month, I'm saying, okay, this is not for 14 days. So you can look for 14 days also if somebody agrees with you, good enough. So next, we'll move on for family. For family, again, the all the norms remain same. There are a couple of things that you need to take care of, is like, if you have your husband here, and if you're coming with your kid or your any other family member, then you can stay with them provided they also quarantine for 14 days. So that's that, you have to keep it in mind, and you have to tell them in advance, like the government facilities or the local authorities in advance. So the government officials, or they are mostly the health officers. These health officers numbers are mentioned in the quarantine app, so they may call you, depending on situations. I have not been contacted so far. So these officials, if you tell them in advance, okay, this is the person that I'm going to live with for 14 days, and they also are getting quarantined, then it will be easier for you. And if you're coming with like 2 or 3 friends together, and if you're trying to book a proper room together, then in that case you can definitely do that, but you just need to tell the officers that 3 of us are staying together. This necessarily you don't need to tell them on the airport itself, but if somebody asks you, or if your health officer, then you can just let them know beforehand. So that's that. Like I said, your family as well has to be quarantined if you're coming with your family. Or whoever is here with you will also be quarantined along with you. You just need to make sure that you have your own bedroom and a separate washroom, in case they ask you that whether you have your own bedroom or not. So that's for family, but definitely you can stay with your family, so no problem with that. Just need some convincing. Now the third option, which is not very popular, is government facilities. So Korea at this moment is running out of government facilities, so they won't push you for that unless they need some revenue out of it. But at this moment I haven't seen. Again, government facilities are very costly, somewhere around 80 to 90,000 Indian rupees for 14 days. They do provide you with the meal, and definitely they'll follow the government regulations. So government facility is not very popular. You can easily get other options. Now the another aspect with quarantine is the food. For vegetarians, it is very difficult, so carry as much as you can with you. Not the vegetables and fruits, that's not allowed. So you can just carry rice, dal and stuff like that. I wouldn't be able to tell you what all I was able to pack, but in this, because otherwise it will be a very long video, but I would just suggest you to carry as much as you can. Otherwise also you can have an option of delivery at your doorstep. So I had my friends, and when I needed some groceries, I asked them and they helped me out delivering at my doorstep. So if you can have your landlord or your friends deliver that to you at your doorstep, it would really be helpful. So get some acquaintances in Korea so that they can help you with this, and it'll be easier for you to survive those 14 days. Otherwise, if you're a non-vegetarian, you'll have food delivery at your doorstep as well. So for non-vegetarians it's easy. I'm a vegetarian, so it was very difficult for me to find a vegetarian option for myself. So I got the stuff delivered at my doorstep. That's that. I will put down the in the description box below, with all the websites that you can check for booking your Airbnbs and hotels, or booking.com. There are a lot of options that you can. It totally depends upon your research skills and searching skills and convincing power. That's it. And I hope you find your best quarantine place and have a great time, peaceful time during this quarantine. If you have any suggestions or questions, please drop down in the comment box, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If I don't have an answer, I'll try to research for that. And please like, share and subscribe so that this video would be helpful for anybody who's coming to Korea. And I can get better as well if you have any comments for me. Thank you and have a great day.